Hello, everybody. For those watching later, thank you, thank you, thank you. I am working on a couple of things today. I'm cleaning up my workstation one, but then later I'm finishing up my road sign quilt. So I've got a few things going on. Um, I not trimmed, but what did I do? Squared up a quilt this week. I squared up a quilt, so I have all these little pieces. Um, Most of them are just strips that I will save for later, but a lot of them have batting. So I'm just trimming the batting up before I get started on the roadside because I got to clear up my workstation. I didn't even tell Jennifer that I was going live tonight, so she's not joining me. I just figured I was going to be working in front of my computer. I may as well let you guys see what I'm doing. Oh, let me set up my second camera too, so you can look at my workstation. Right now, it's not that important because I'm just cutting, but once I start working on my roadside quilt, you're gonna want to see what I'm doing. So let me send myself an email. I'm gonna invite myself. So let me know if my if my audio starts messing up when I add my second camera. That's usually why, if I'm getting kind of messed up, that's usually what's happening. So again, just trimming up pieces from a quilt that I squared up. And so you have just these little bits, but because I do so much of the raw edge quilting, I call it, I don't know what other people call it, collage quilting. I use these little strips. I am a strip saver, really a scrap saver. I think I have a lot of stash fabric, but the truth is that I have more scrap than stash. So I don't know who's with me, but if you want to let me know who's here, I would love to know so I can chat at you. If you're one of my regulars, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're new to my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me know who you are and where you're from. Some people have said that they save these. I don't know. What do you do with that? It's just like a quilted piece. I don't know. So if you enjoy collage quilting, please stay around for a minute because that's what I'm about to be getting into. I got one piece left to cut, and then I will be working on that road sign quilt. So again, more of this gray. I had a lot of it. Jennifer actually sent me a bag. I finished up that Christmas quilt that I was working on, so I've got some extra little strips and some little pieces. I really love this red. I think I'm going to use this to make mug rugs for my coworkers. I have one lady in particular that I work with that loves that deep burgundy red. And so this was a twin size quilt that I squared up. So I've got some pretty big pieces. Now I used up the last part of my bolt. So all of this gray is like a very I used up 108-inch bolt like in no time at all. So I am probably gonna need to order another bolt of that gray. But in the meantime, I'm just treasuring all the little pieces that I have because I use so much of it. Again, I'm just trimming up some scrap from some quilts that I just squared up after I quilted them, taking off, separating the batting from the gray fabric. And then once I'm through with this, I'm going to be working on my road sign quilt. And it is a quilt that I made over a year ago and sold it. I was showing somebody a picture of it at our music festival that we have a booth on every year, and so they said, "Well, can you remake us one like this?" And luckily, I did not have to remake my pattern. I still have the pattern, and so that's what I'm working on. So tonight, what I need to do is make, and I'm going to pull the picture up as soon as I finish with this. I'm going to make the gold here. 108 is probably strip of my gray. I buy my fabric from Marshall Dry Goods. Get a pretty good deal. I buy it wholesale, and it's good quality. I did buy a couple of years ago, like a bulk super cheap fabric, and it was not good quality. And so I'm careful now about what I buy. If it's super cheap, it's probably because the quality is low. But I really haven't had too many problems with Marshall Dry Goods. I I order it by the bolt, and I'm surprised at how quickly it goes. I use a lot of scraps for the type of quilting that I do, and so all of these little pieces and strips, I really do end up using them. So even as long as it's at least like this an inch wide, I will save it and use it. So long pieces, long pieces. Hello, hello, whoever you are. I am working on a road sign quilt tonight. So this is the main part of the quilt. The next part I'm gonna do are the little signs that go under it with the arrows and the highway numbers. So this stuff, this is the road sign that I'm making. So as you can see, I've got the green done. So tonight I'm gonna do these parts. And of course, I did not bring my white fabric. Looking around to see if I have any white in this room or if I have to go into my other quilting room to find it. Bag of gray. Oh, so now I'm gonna set up my second camera. So this is the camera that I use when I'm making videos. I will use this camera to shoot most of my video. It's a really good camera. I've had it for years. It's really served me well. It's just kind of big, so it's stationary. It stays either up on my frame here that I have that points down when I'm filming, or I have a tripod that I use quite a bit. Um, so the frame that I have above my workstation is just clamped onto the table, and so it makes it easy for me to move around. It has like swivels and brackets and things all over it. So it has this quick release setting. I know I'm always wondering like how other quilters get such really good pictures when they're quilting. I'm like, how do they get that shot? Like sometimes it's just amazing to me that I just can't quite figure it out. Um, so I've tried all different things, but usually this clamped to my workstation works really well. So for those of you just joining me, I'm setting this up so I can show my phone, so I can show my workstation. I'm going to be making, I am making tonight, and I just thought I'd pop on and let you guys watch. This this road sign is one quilt. I made it in the past and got a request to make another one, and so that's what I'm working on tonight. I have it mostly finished, um, but not completely finished. But I will need to go into the other room and find some white. I am ill prepared for all of the things that I need to do. This is funny how I'm working. Hmm, probably I should have set this up before I started. Who we got on the show right now? If you're a regular, I'd love to know who's with me. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm usually more organized. This was just a very impromptu. Thought I would turn the camera on just while I am working, and I didn't get all set up before I started, as you can tell by the way I am making you dizzy. I started getting interested in making road signs a couple of years ago, and I just have fun making them. But I was finding that people weren't buying them. So, um, and then this year at our festival, I sold like all of them, which I was so excited about because I had never really done that before, like sold so many. Um, but that was awesome. So I'm just checking my camera here, moving it so that you guys don't get dizzy while I figure it all out. It's quite complicated when you are a quilter and you're trying to film stuff because it doesn't really lend itself to great photography unless you like really have a good system set up, which clearly I do not. So let's see. Oh, it's sideways. I hate it when it does that. This is my messy workstation. As you can see, my camera that I need to put away in its little baggie. And then this is all like my new camera equipment that I need to get a big bin for. So you can see, like, I just have so much stuff. And I really don't like this view that you guys have. So I'm gonna take that off and fix that. There we go. And I am gonna have to bring this down a little bit. Ooh, I'm gonna move my computer so you don't see all my business. So you get to see kind of a behind the scenes look here. Let's see. Oh, that's much better. Okay, you can see my workspace. Okay, so I'm gonna be making these little Louisianas. See, I cleaned up earlier, and that was my mistake. So they're pretty small. I think it's like a 6-inch square. Let's see, one, two, three, four, five, six by one, two, three, four, five. So 5 by 6. Yeah, that's right. If it ain't clean, look. And I come to realize that I don't really care if people judge me for my messy workstation. It is what it is. I am like an average quilter. I'm not a professional with a studio, and my workspace is my workspace. Um, so these papers I have right here, or these aren't papers, I'm sorry. These white pieces have Misty Fuse on the back of them. I really like this stuff. What I've done though is I take it out of the when you buy no, this is a fresh pack. I just bought a new one, so I haven't even this is the first time opening it. And it comes in this like sheet that you have to fold. It's like super thin. I love the way it works, but I take it out of this roll and I roll it onto a like a used tiny and messy. I love it. Um I put this on a roll, like aluminum stuff, so that it's easier to use. Because when you do this, you have to take it out every time, and it's so thin. I find it really hard to see, like unless you're on some black, but like on a lot of fabrics, it's just really hard to find. So I feel like putting it on a roll helps me to manage it much easier. Um, so I already have some of that on the back of this white. So I'm going to cut the little Louisiana to put on the black, and I'll leave this right here so you guys can see what I'm doing. This is the road sign that I'm making. Um, the last time I made it, I didn't like, I used not this webbing, but I used like a thicker product. I can't remember what it's called. I was trying to look over there to see if I could find it. And it was way too thick. And so when I tried to quilt over it, it just wasn't working. So this time I'm using the Mystic Fuse instead. It is so much lighter and easier. And so when I'm going through all of those layers, like when I'm quilting it, is so much easier. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Just the air mattress. Well, fortunately for me, we don't air mattress in this room, probably because of me, not fortunately for me. Like I can't imagine my husband agreeing to allow guests in our house to stay in this room. Usually the door's closed and that's it. Hey, Joiny. I was just talking about I have Misty Fuse on the back of these whites. Um and I don't have a Louisiana template, and in my brain I'm debating whether I want to how I want to do it. I could try to freehand it as many Louisianas as I've done. I could probably put it on there. I have this, which is just a little bit too small, but I can probably wing it based on this. I think I'm gonna do that. I might draw on the paper first, and then I can cut it out. So the last time I made this quilt, Zaza, you're up so late, and Sherry joined it. Look, all my people are here. I wasn't sure if anybody was still up. Um, the last time I made this quilt, I did myself such a huge favor that I kept saved a file with all of the measurements on the quilt, like even how big each one of these should be. Now, I didn't use it when I redid it, but it really did help, like cutting these little black squares for how big all these need to be. I'm like, I fell in love with myself last night because I was so awesome at saving. So I need 3 Louisianas. I only have enough to do one, but that's okay. I'm gonna draw it out. Now, because this is just impromptu and Jennifer's not with me, I'm gonna be walking away from the camera without a little bit of entertainment for y'all. So y'all just gonna have to deal with it. Oh, did Regina post that I was on here? Thank you. I yeah, I just kind of went out, didn't didn't post it. So I don't talk as much when I'm by myself. Y'all get to see my messiness and how I work. So I think I was talking about and when I showed you guys my Christmas the little wall hanging Christmas quilt, somebody I think used the word whimsical to describe it. And I was like, oh my God, that's my life. I'm so not a precision person, and I'm okay with it. I like it. It's kind of my art, like the way that I do things. We all have our own style. Mine is definitely not precision. How's that looking? I'm looking for my cheap scissors. I bought a few new pairs of scissors this week. Yeah, the cow's over my shoulder. Okay, so I went to see, and I'm going to talk about this again probably Wednesday with mom. But I went to see the little dog that we're going to be rescuing. I'm saying we're rescuing it. We're buying it from a breeder. The breeder, it wasn't a puppy mill. I want to say that. I don't want to give her a reputation for being a puppy mill, but it just hurts my heart to see like breeders as opposed to like, oops, my dog accidentally had puppies. Let me get rid of them. And so it just made me sad. So we're gonna take her from there. That Louisiana looks sad. This is supposed to be Lake Pontchartrain right here. Yeah, it does not look right. Okay, how are we gonna fix that? Compared to this? I mean, so, and that's exactly what happened with ours, and we're gonna call her Penny. We're gonna rename her. And I happened to run into my older dog's vet at the gym this morning. Didn't even know she went to my gym, but apparently she does. And so ran into her and I was like, "Can I rename a dog when she's 2.5?" And she's like, "Absolutely." So her new name is Penny, and she's a little 2.5-year-old, a boot with a nose. It really does. Um, it's just weird. I think that once it's all on there, it'll be fine. It's fine. So I am going to cut, and again, this has um Misty Fuse on the back of it. So it is, when I iron it on, it'll be sticky. I will have to leave you guys in a second though to go and get, I'm gonna the white fabric because I only have enough to do one of these and I need three. So I'm gonna go get my white fabric and what else do I need? Oh, the roll of Misty Fuse that I have in the other room. These are not the best scissors. Zaza. It's right here. I need to make what I really need to do. There are like t-shirts and memes and stuff that talk about different parts of the state, based on like local lore. And so there's definitely like this part of the state is really just this is like Dallas area. This is like Arkansas. This is central Louisiana, and then like South Louisiana, New Orleans. Um, that would be such a cute quilt. Some of them are offensive to people from depending on what part of the state they're from. They get a little touchy over it. I think it's funny. Um, as much bad press as Louisiana gets, y'all, we're a bottom of the list for a lot of things. It's absolutely a beautiful state, and the people here are, for the most part, very nice and friendly and welcoming. And so the reason I use the Misty Fuse instead of some thicker. Oh no, who else was from South Louisiana? Did Sheila bring up the north-south thing? I need to watch. Get with the other person. Yo, this is a sad little Louisiana. I think I might have to actually print a Louisiana because I'm not liking this. This is making me very uncomfortable. I'm not a perfectionist, but at the same time, also we need to be yeah, I mean at least we're not Mississippi. So No offense to Mississippi, that's the joke. Um, so let me see if I can find a little Louisiana on my in all of my I just pulled up a picture and I'm gonna try to print it and it has a little Louisiana in it, but that didn't work. What pattern do I have that has a Louisiana in it? I thought the road signs did. Yeah, I have so much stuff. I think instead of trying to find that little Louisiana, I um like now I'm just looking through all of my computer stuff. To find a little Louisiana. Here we go. So I know you guys can't see what I'm doing, but I have found a little Louisiana. Let's see, 4 by 6, that'll work. In all of my files that I'm going to export. And then open, print, so that I can copy it. Ugh, it's horrible, y'all. It looks even worse. Oh, this is craziness. Okay, new plan. Oh, hey, Melissa, you didn't miss much other than my janky Louisiana that I just drew. Um, I just need to do a better job. I tried to print one out just now. That's why I was like staring at the video without the thing. Um, so I am gonna leave you guys for a moment because I need to go get a couple of things from my other room. I need to go get some things, and I will be back. I'm gonna run. I can trace over the picture I have. Um, it's not big enough, and I don't like the one I drew. It just doesn't look right when I cut it. I don't like it. So I'm gonna go and get my white, and I'm gonna iron. Oh, thank you, Regina. Sheila, look at my Louisiana, how janky it looks. I think I think that I could probably get away with it now that I'm looking at it, but it's pretty janky. I need to go get the white fabric no matter what, so I'm gonna go do that. Y'all have a conversation about whether I should just use this white or not. And Sheila, you should definitely read what Zaza said about you up there. She was defending you, by the way. Okay, so I'm back with all the stuff. I told y'all it wouldn't take me long. I was saying earlier that when I use Misty Fuse, I like to put it on a roll instead of having it where I have to keep taking in and out of that package. So this is the roll that I have left from my last pack. And then, but when you get it, it comes all folded up in here and it's too messy. Um, so I'm going to use the rest of this before I roll this one. But I did bring, y'all know I love my little heat press. See, normally I can do all this. I'm not worried about it because nobody's watching me. I don't realize how much I forget in the other room until I'm like on camera and you guys are like watching me. Oh yeah. So where is Crystal from? I think we've talked about her before. And I said I was going to try to get in touch with her. I was thinking about a quilt retreat idea this weekend while we were our last weekend after Thanksgiving when we went to the place where we went had like a conference center and I thought, oh, that would be so fun. Oh, she's from Scott? That's like same town as me. Okay, let me read that again so I can see what you're talking about. You can trim the bottom toe, this thing, as I'm guessing what you're talking about, and just have it come down more. Like trim this. Is that what you're saying? I think that's what you're saying. Like you're saying this is too big. That is much better. So I need to find this crystal person so we can be friends. Is she a long arm quilter? What kind of quilting does she do? Is she in our Discord groups? Yeah, I got to know all the details. Define the bottom of the toe. See where my other lines were? Well, y'all can't see. Better? This needs to go up more. No! See, I'm telling you, I gotta start all over. Okay. So from here, my pencil's not writing. Yo, I don't know why this is so hard for me tonight. Oh, okay. I'm giving up on the Louisiana for tonight. What I need to do is put enough um sticky stuff, what you call it, the Misty Fuse, to make 3 Louisianas. So this will be the Louisianas, and then I also need the north, south, west signs, and then the 3 arrows. Those I can do, and I'll cut the Louisiana out later. I'll print it when I don't feel the pressure. She's on Instagram. There's another lady in my town who is on Instagram and has like a lot of followers. Um, Somebody the other day asked me if I knew her, and I was like, I've reached out to her before, and I didn't hear back from her. Or like she responded once, and then um I didn't hear, and I said, "Hey, we should get together, like do something together," and she ignored me. So I don't know if I wasn't worthy, uh, or if that scared her. I don't know, or if she just like doesn't have time, which I totally get because I don't have time either, but I do it anyway. Crystal Heart Channel. So she's not on YouTube. She's just Instagram. And then I went and checked out. There's a new guy on YouTube. Like he posted his first video today. So I went and watched his video, started subscribe to him, all the good stuff. You see how thin this is? You could totally lose it. Um, so yeah, we're gonna have to back him up. So this is just my little silicone mat. I like to just kind of do a little quick like that. It's hot. Oh, I saw the name. Oh, she is on YouTube. I saw the name, but not the oh, Mr. Quilt, that's right. So the other thing that I've kind of learned about using Misty Fuse is that Sometimes it doesn't stick, probably because I am not doing the appropriate amount of pressure and heat. So I have to be careful, like that it doesn't come off. No, I did not reach out to her, Melissa. It was another girl that I reached out to. Um, but I'm gonna reach out to Crystal and we can do something fun. Okay, so today I went and looked at, oh, I have a shadow all up on my face. Today I went and looked at the video I did at the beginning of 2025, and I was like, this is what we're gonna do. This is our video goals, our Tiki Quilter goals. Um, yeah, I didn't do any of them. Oh, good. I'm so glad your power came back on. So I was telling somebody on one of the Discord groups, I was like, yeah, I did not meet the goals, the like formal goals that I met, but I did so much other stuff that I like had no idea I was gonna want to do. So the year was not a waste, but I didn't do the things that I told y'all I was gonna do. So I am gonna specifically address those issues. I don't know if we'll do them in a live or a video. Jennifer and I may talk about it Wednesday. That might be funny. Hey, Brian. I just needed to work on this quilt, so I figured I'd bring you guys along because it's not like normal quilting stuff I'm doing tonight. Okay, so once you iron that on, you can't even see it well, and that's not a great camera, my phone, but you can see like that's not good either. Anyway, it makes like kind of shimmery on the back of it, so I know that it's there. And it's dry. Oh, she wants to do a collage quilt. Fun. Um, so yeah. So now it's sticky. It's ready to go. When I cut my Louisianas, I will use this fabric. So I'm gonna pull my little cheat sheet out. So I have the black and whites cut. Now I need to cut these the north, south, west, and the arrows. And I'm so so thrilled that I kept this from last time. So these are 5.5 inches by like 2.5, or 5.25 by 2.5. Um, oh, look, the one that goes sideways is different. It's a different size. Okay. So now I'm going to cut the pieces of white. See, the beautiful thing about this tiny little sewing room is that I get to rearrange every few minutes. Can't remember what I did with something 2 minutes ago. I know I had another little piece of white left over. Whew. Yeah. Okay. So this is the top part of the quilt. the road sign for it. I really should have had you guys come on or done live last night when I cut all these little letters out. I just kind of freehanded them. I think it turned out cute. Again, with my whimsical style, I'm not trying to be perfect. I do have a Cricut. I thought about cutting everything on my Cricut instead of freehanding it, but I kind of like the way it looks like this. I don't necessarily want it to be perfect. Because if it's perfect, everybody can tell when you mess up. That's really how I think about it. I just, it's not fun for me if it has to be perfect. Okay, so let's cut the northwest, south, north, south, west signs first. Let's do 5.5 by 2.5, which is not exactly the size it needs to be, but it's good enough. Oh, look, that's 5.5. Close enough. By 2.5. Yeah, that's exactly right. So I need three of them. Ugh, I'm gonna put this one before I cut it. See, on the white, you could barely see this stuff. Again, it's Misty Fuse. I really like it. You just have to be careful when you work with it. Because you definitely do not want to get it on your iron. So what's going to end up happening is I'm going to have layers of and then once you peel this off, you can't let it touch each other. Like you can't let it touch itself or it'll stick until it you got to let it dry for a little while. I don't know if it's better to let it cool a little bit before you take it off, but I just take it off. And then this is the dark color that I'm going to use for the letters. And it has, let's see. So it already had the webbing on the back. It's so hard to see, but I can like it has this shimmer to it. So all I do for the lettering, so I have to make the words west, south, north. And most of those have straight lines. So I just cut little strips. And again, with the whimsical, I really, it's a little bit less than a quarter of an inch, I guess. So let's do 5.5. Oh wait, doing it the wrong way. So I've got my wool pressing that. I've got Teflon because this already has the sticky on the back of it. And let's start at the top, guys. We're just gonna write the word north. And obviously, I'm not gonna stick it until it's done because I have on more than one occasion improperly estimated the sizing of, so am I gonna have room to put N-O or T-H? So let's do the H next. I'm afraid I'm gonna misspell something. That happened to me when I was in high school. I misspelled a word on a very public sign that I was making, and people laughed at me, and I have had PTSD ever since. So the O and the R are gonna require some loopies. I think I guesstimated pretty good about how big this was gonna have to be. I cut that wide piece so that I could make the loops on the oar. So this is kind of like just how I cut last night. See, I can do the letters. That's kind of why I don't use my Cricut, because it would be so neat and perfect. And I'm sure there's some things out there that that I do want to be perfect. Um, but like I find this turns out I like the way it turns out. It's not perfect, but it looks cute. And after it's all quilted, like is that I don't know if this is going to be big enough for the O, but we might just have to make it work. And y'all, I absolutely love these scissors. They are so sharp and precise. I think it looks fine. What do y'all think? It almost looks like it's going to say North Pole. So nothing sticky is facing up on this. So I'm just going to quickly press this down and it makes it stick long enough to get it sewn on. And there you have it. So we've got one down, north. Somebody recently said that if I retired, I would be bored. I was like, you've met me. I would not be bored if I retired. Like, not even close. Oh, it might be fun for a few months, but you'd get bored. No, ma'am. I have had lots and lots and lots of hobbies in my lifetime, like different things that I thought I could keep doing forever. But I have absolutely stuck with quilting and like don't ever get bored. When I get bored with some one thing, I feel like I just switch to the next like a different type of quilting. But there's just something about the fabric that I really enjoy. Uh-oh. So there's not webbing on this little corner right here. I am not going to worry about it because once I put it down on the quilt, I sew around it anyway. Um, so it'll be fine. And I do pretty thick, I sew around it, but I do very thick quilting. So even if it comes up a little bit, it's not gonna be an issue. So we need to do an S. So we got SOU. The first three letters are curvy. So let's do, so I know how tall I want them to be. I use this to like kind of measure it. And then I had, I use this little plastic thing to catch my, I had a smaller one, but I don't know what I did with it. So I'm not so awesome that I don't have to look at the S. Oh, look, I'm over here. Ta-da! Thank you. I'm just saying the compliment. So sometimes, like if I have to do a U or an O, I'll cut it two pieces and kind of slide them together like I did with the or, like to make sure that the width is okay. Um, I'm gonna try to do it in one shot this time. Let's see how it works. So I cut it the height and width that I need it, and then just cut the letter out of it. That way I know it's the right size. And so like if that ends up being too wide, the U, I'll cut it in the middle and slide it together to make them smaller. Yeah, thank you, K-Money. What's your name, K-Money? I feel like I should know it because I know I've seen you, but I'm horrible at remembering names. See, I'm probably gonna have to make these shorter. It's a little bit too wide. So all I do is cut the U like right in the middle, and I can slide it in to make it more narrow. These letters are a little bit thicker than the other one. Regina. See, I knew I should know that. I thought that was you, but I wasn't sure. SOU. See, this is way too thick, so I'm just gonna trim that down. Am I the only one that loses my rulers? Uh, So let me clarify. I lose everything all the time, not just the rulers. So looking at this, I don't like the way the O and the U are so much thicker than everything else. So I'm just going to trim them and see this is what I'm talking about. Like I can see this is coming off. Y'all can't see it, but the sticky stuff is coming off of it. Woo! It gets so woo. Okay, so I'm just gonna trim it so it's not as bold looking. Yeah, like the sticky just came right off the back of it, so I'm gonna have to recut this U. I don't know if it has any left. Okay, the U is not sticking. Mm. The good thing about the Misty Fuse, as opposed to using some of the other stuff with glue on it, is that you can't overheat it. Like it won't, um, the glue will not disintegrate or like go away if you overheat it. And I just learned about all these different products from watching other YouTubers. The collage quilter is a one that I watch a lot. She uses like a thicker product that I use sometimes, but not always. Just depends on what I'm doing. Sometimes I want a really good precision cut, and so I'll use like a paperback product. Sometimes I use this. So that north, south, and west, I think. Is that what I said? Yes, west. Oh, that's gonna be an easy one. What is quilt tracker pages? Are you keeping track of what you're quilting? That sounds like it takes organization. Oh, I want to do a temperature quilt. Has anybody ever done one? I feel like I could do like a month at a time, maybe. Okay, so let's go west, dear friend. Like, are you organizing quilts that you're making? Are you making one quilt and you need pages to organize it because it's so complicated? Inquiring minds need to know. There's a very loud football situation going on. A temperature quilt for 1 month and then that sounds like me. I feel like that's exactly what I would do. But the good thing about it is that you can just track the weather. You don't have to make it right away. I did a quilt of the month or like quilt as you go quilt thing. Yeah, Sheila, thank you. I just spent so much money on ink. Like it's cheaper to just buy a new printer. Did I say cheap? Expensive. That is way too long for a E. I have tweezers because sometimes I need them to do this, but then I forget. Eh, my W is a misbehaving. Oh, Kelly, my friend. I'm making my grand isle quilt. It's a Christmas gift. And it's getting close to Christmas. I texted the people and said, I didn't forget about you. I'm working on it. Got it going on. So I need to get it done. I'm working later tonight than I usually do. Kelly, I missed the Christmas party this weekend because I had to go see about a dog. Oh, that S is not cool. I think I can make it work though. So we're getting a Yorkie, and I had to go interview her. Is that S horrible or I can use it? I think it looks fine. Oh, I really did. I was planning on going. Yep, I'm thinking use it. And Sherry, I've been thinking I need to make another spoonbill quilt. I'm not going to use the same pattern though. I've decided I'm not going to make the same one again. So you have like a one and only, but I do need to make another one. Yay! So I think I'm doing all right. So this is the quilt that I'm making. So it's a road sign. And Sheila, I'm just going to have to do that Bossier City quilt for you. So this is the Grand Isle, Golden Meadow, Fouchon. This is a place in very southern Louisiana, um, LA 1 and then LA 3090. So I need to do the Louisianas better. I cut them out and y'all, they were so ugly. I decided not to use them. Let me show y'all. So this is the main part of the quilt. It still needs to be trimmed. It's a little bit bigger than the final size. And then the road signs will go something like this. So we'll say south with the highway number. And so like I'll put like LA 1 in the Louisiana, and then there'll be an arrow at the bottom. I think it turned like this is like I said, the second time I've made it, and I think they're so cute. Yeah. So, but are these Louisianas usable, people, or because I could do it right now? I wonder if I could trim this side, if this side needs to be trimmed a little bit more, if that's part of the issue. I think that actually kind of works. I think I'm going to use it. I don't know if it's just because I'm tired and I don't want to wait until later to do it. Mm, It's like when you're looking at the state, this place where that I'm making the it's like right here or like over here somewhere. It's like great fishing place. Everybody has camps and I guess some people live down there. I know a man who lives down there. Fouchon, the other place, is a lot of people who work in the Gulf in oil rigs. They leave out of Fouchon. There's like a lot of the pipelines go in that area. So it's a very kind of industrial area. I'm saying like I've been there. I've never been there, but that's what I know about it. Cut a bigger curve to the bottom left, like up here. You can't see that, but like right here. Yeah. I'm not gonna get crazy while I'm cutting all three of them. So I need that little curve right there. I don't know why it's not showing up. All right, so let's evaluate one at a time. Winter Kisses quilt along. I'm feeling like I'm not even caring I'm finding it a little off. I think in the big picture scheme of things, people are gonna oh that one's bad. People are gonna know what it is. It is a very distinctive shape. You're right, Sheila. Even like if I get it wrong, people will still know. It's still close enough that people know, especially if with all the other like context clues. Cool. I'm just going to use these. I think I like them. So they all get LA. Two of them get one, and the other one gets a big long number. So I'm going to use this one for the big long number. Thank you, Melissa. I'm feeling like I'm kind of in a zone. Like this is so fun to me. If I never have to make another quilt block and I can only do this, I would be totally cool with it. But I do have to make another quilt block because I have my son's quilt that I need to get busy on. I feel like maybe these are too thin, and I also may need my tweezers. Now the one has a little thing at the top. Do I want to be fancy and put the little thing, the font? Yep. Now that it's in place, let me hurry up and glue it down. Ready or not, y'all, it's done. So the white is stuck to the black, and then the letters are stuck to the white. And it's not too thick. When I sew through it, it doesn't gunk up the machine, the needle too much because I use that Misty Fuse is very thin. So yay! Now I didn't really pay attention on that when my Louisiana's a little low. So I gotta bring it up a little bit. Those are too thin. Like when you're working with something that small, like it really it makes a huge difference. Like the tiniest little bit. Anybody watching anything good on TV right now? I've been binge watched a few shows and then they're over and I can't get find anything else that is like binge worthy. Now the LA looks a little it's a lot thicker than the one, and we're going with it. If I start thinking too much about all the things, I'll be here forever and like I would never finish. And I also know that like I don't thread paint, but like I know if I do this black, can I go right to the edge? Like I could do a little bit better. Oh, Landman. I haven't watched that. All right. Last one, and then I'm calling it a night because it's 9:25 at my house. Oh, that's the thin ones again. Zaza, what time is it? Are you still even with us? You are. What time is it at your house, Zaza? It's like 3 in the morning. Yep, 3:25. Do you sleep? Serious question. I am a sleeper. I need all my hours. So Sheila, Zaza's snoozing in and out. Sheila, I'm gonna make, you know how people do the quilt of the United States, like all different, every state's like a different color. I'm gonna do a Louisiana map and do all the different regions in the state. So like South Louisiana. Oh my God, that's so funny. Schitt's Creek is so good. I could probably rewatch all of that. Like I could rewatch all of the Schitt's Creek episodes. Okay, so now we're doing 30-90. Whew, there's only sticky on half of this. I might have to do more black. No, I'm lying. This is going to be my guide. So it's about 1.5. Oh, that's a little bitty 3. Oh, look at the little 3. I think I cut this too short though. Oh yeah, we're talking about sleep. I can't pay attention. I like to sleep. I started going to the gym again. So I got up at 4:30 this morning. I'm tired. Okay, I think that O is too big. It's too chunky. Oh, that 9. I feel like I'm gonna struggle with the 9. Maybe not. So the 9 is like one of these 9s with a curve. You can't see that. Oh, I started watching Victoria, but I know so much about her already, Queen Victoria, that it's hard to watch. Grounding sheets? It's a curly 9. Yes. It's cute. Zaza, how's the weather right now? Is it cold? How are the cows? Does anybody own cows? Anybody on here? I'm not talking about cattle. I mean cows. Do you own cows? Kind of chunky. And so really the letters and numbers only have to stick long enough for me to get them sewn on. So I don't worry too much if they don't stick great. They just have to be enough for me to get them permanently stuck. I don't know about this 3. I liked it at first, but now it's kind of very rough. It's permanent now, like it or not. It's not really permanent. I've pulled stuff off before. It's permanent-ish. So I will be working on the the arrows, not today because I'm tired. I'm done. I can't do anymore. Um, but yeah, LA1 North and LA1 South. I am kind of excited to do this quilt again. Like I said earlier, I don't know if y'all heard or not, but I made it before and saved all of the numbers, so I knew exactly how big everything was, um, all the letters and everything. So I was so glad that I had basically made myself a pattern instead of winging it. Um, Pretty cool. The only thing I need to add to this pattern in case I want to make it again is a Louisiana that I can print out that's the right size. And then if I would have had that, like, that would have been really cool. I probably could use those again for something, but they're so small. Like, I'm going to keep these, but I will probably end up throwing them away later when the project is over. So I know these all have backing on them. All right, guys. Well, let me move this. There we go. All right. So, I am done for the evening. It is late. I'm going to bed, but I'm so glad you guys joined me tonight for my impromptu late night. It's not really a sewing session, whatever I did. Anyway, Mom and I will be on Wednesday, so y'all come back and see us again. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching me do my thing, and I will see you guys later. Good night. Thank you again.